The students here in this auditorium are among the most privileged students in Pakistan, and against them are millions of marginalized children who don't have access to education. What do you think, against this backdrop, will the government be able to fulfill the aspirations set out in the Pakistan 2025 vision document?
First of all, it's such a delight to see you in such an accomplished position. Well, coming straight to the question that what a government can or can't, let's have an honest conversation over here, because I never believe in a clever conversation. From where do government does the function of the service delivery? It collects its taxes and then it spends it. And the third source of the revenue is that if you don't have that, you're going to borrow it from the third multilateral entity or outside from someone to fill in that gap. So what is our cycle and what is happening with us? We have got a target of almost 21,000 billion rupees receivable tax or achievable, which we project that we should achieve that. And the receivables are around 7,000 billion rupees. So the gap is of almost 14,000 billion rupees. So you are living in a neighborhood where you have got a very tough situation with your security, terrorism, so forth, and few other things. Along with that, you have to develop an infrastructure to kick the economic growth and the rest. And then you have to couple it and provide the primary education, higher education to different socio-economic background of the people. The population is around 240 million people. How do you do that? How can you do that? The tax evasion is almost more than 10,000 billion rupees. And this is, I am talking about the documented economy, which by the way is almost 20%, and rest of the 80% is non-documented. So there is a non-documented economy and there is a documented economy in which you cannot receive taxes. You would definitely leave the question, whose responsibility is this to collect all these taxes? Of course, it's the government and government's related department, which is FBR in this case. We have not done it. This is not in last 3 months that we have not been able to hit that target. It is a consistent story with all kind of big leaders, small leaders, mid-sized leaders, military dictators, civilian dispensation. This is a constant story. And this is the challenge of governance. Instead of historical criticism of different things, if we start having these sort of rational conversations, we would exactly know where we are failing and why we are failing. Whether it is the health services or the educational services, if you want to ensure and spread it out as a nation, as a country, the first and foremost thing is that you develop your taxation system properly. All of us want to live in a Scandinavian ideal world, like the lifestyle in Norway and Denmark and the rest. Their contribution, tax contribution to their GDP is 91%. Ours is 9%. So I want to have a Denmark for contributing 9% as compared to 91%. It can remain in my wish list, but I can't have that. It's painful. It's painful. It's slow. Both. So what do you do? As a caretaker, I can proudly say that after many years, we are the one in last quarter, we have achieved our tax target. This is amazing. If we could do it in 3 months, why the rest of the governments can't do? It is for the people like yourself, they need to answer and raise these questions. We did it. It's documented, it's published yesterday. that in last quarter, we were able to achieve the tax target in the FBR. So if it can be done in 3 months, it means that it is practical, it's possible, and if it is not happening, there is something very seriously wrong with our governance structure. This is my opinion on it.
Two is both the people and the government.
Yeah, of course, government is part of the people. I mean, if I am electing a government, so I'm contributing towards that either resolution or the problem. So I am part of the problem. And when you become in the government, and I have lended that support to you, so it means the two of us have brought it to the tango.